6 satellites for fault detection and exclusion. 6 satellites because it's not going to murder itself. If I've only got 5 satellites and I kill one, well, now I don't have the integrity anymore because I have no verification. So RAIN will not kill itself. It has to have 6 for the fault detection and exclusion function to work. Okay? You'll get a RAIN unavailable or an integrity signal if either one of these two errors occurs. So if the accuracy is not verified, basically, you're going to get that signal. Okay? Each satellite or each GPS receiver will have either fault detection or fault detection exclusion. If all it has is fault detection, what will happen is you'll get an integ, and the screen will it'll still give you information, but it'll just say integ at that point. If it's got FDE, you won't even know that it's kicked out a satellite unless you actually went into the GPS page and looked at the satellite signal strengths. And you would see that one of them would be hashed out. So FDE just kind of takes care of it behind the scenes. FD, it's just going to shut it down for you and say integrity, don't use it.
That's all part of RAIN, kind of? Fault detection stuff?
Fault detection exclusion is separate.
So you don't have to have RAIN to do it?
Yes, you do.
You do have to.
So
Okay.
FDE is an add-on to RAIN,
Okay.
but you can have RAIN technically without it. RAIN functions independently. But FDE is the one that actually goes in and extracts it from the equation and says, don't use this, it's out of here.
So does it just depend on the capability of the GPS to have the FDE?
Yes.
Okay.
So the G1000 has FDE. Garmin 430s have FDE. My guess is our little VFR GPSs probably only have FDE. So there's no reason. They're not IFR certified or anything. So it is more expensive to put in all that circuitry to actually extract the bad information. So
RAIN's like 5 satellites, basically. It's the fifth one checking.
right. I have to have a minimum of 5 in order for RAIN to function.
It's the fifth one that's kind of like
Yeah, because all these 4 agree that I'm right here, but when I add in the 5th one, because I need a minimum of 4 just to get my 3-dimensional position. So I got 4 minimum that says, hey, I'm right here. The 5th one verifies it and says, yep, you're right there.
And then fault detection is just another guy checking in on everybody.
No, so if RAIN finds something wrong, then basically RAIN kicks it out to fault detection, says, hey, I got a bad error here. These 4 agree, this one doesn't. FDE then will extract it out of the entire system.
That's going to try to find another.
I started with 6.
No. Okay, so you guys, this is a big confusion people have. I will receive as many satellites as are visible.
Yeah.
So if there's 15 satellites visible right now, I will receive 15 satellites. I will receive as many as my GPS receiver is capable of receiving. Okay? It doesn't try to find another satellite. I'm not sure where that one started. I know that somebody was teaching that. It was really weird. So I'm automatically already receiving these satellites. If I only have, though, let's say I'm going into Richfield, got big mountains on both sides. Well, as I descend, I'm going to lose sight of some satellites. If you ever noticed, load up your GPS on the ground, you only got like 7 satellites. You take off, get up 2,000 feet, boom, 12 satellites. And so it's just because I can't see them because they're behind the mountains. As I climb, all of a sudden, I get 12 satellites, no problem. So what we're saying is, if I find somewhere, I'm trying to, Salmon Heber's probably a good one, nice and closed in on the mountains there, on the ground, I might only be picking up 5 satellites. In that situation, FDE will not work because it won't kill the RAIN. So if it says I've got a bad satellite at that point, it's not going to kick one out, it's just going to say integ at that point.
If it has another one there, then you'll just
Okay, so I only need 4 for my position, right? That's all I need for my position. 5th one verifies it. As long as I got 5, I'm good to go. Minimum. If I've got 10 satellites up here, though, it doesn't care. It'll just kick one out. It doesn't affect anything. It doesn't bring another one in or anything like that. It just gets rid of it. Yeah, because it's got more 6.
It's just stopping using.
It's just stopping using the bad satellite. But these are the minimums. I have to have these minimums met, otherwise I will get an integ.
So you said, so then if you only have the 5, it has to stop using one, then you won't have enough satellites.
Correct. Yeah. So, and that's what we have to teach it, is that that's why it's important to know how many satellites you're receiving, especially in mountainous terrain, which is where we go. You got to the plain states and you're always receiving like 12 on the ground. But out here, you will find at some airports you've only got 5 or 6 on the ground. So that's what's yes.
Okay.
So no, that was like, I'm not sure. We had like 3 instructors who were teaching that for a while. That it's like, it'll kick this one out and go and try to find another one. It doesn't find another one. It receives all the satellites that are able to hit it. So if that makes sense.
So is it basically, it's kind of like line of sight then?
Yeah.
It just kind of flags that satellite. Is that kind
It just excludes it.
It just
excludes it?
It excludes it out of the equation. And so mathematically in there, it basically, okay, extract this. This is not part of it anymore. Don't include this. It's still receiving the signal though. And so it's kind of an active block. Think of it as your antivirus software on your computer.
So if you don't have FDE and you just have RAM, then it won't do that.
It'll just go intake. So if you have a bad satellite, so if you don't have FDE, I'm receiving 12 satellites and I'm getting a bad satellite and I don't have FDE, intake.
Yeah.
Because it has no way to take it out or extract it. Yeah. And so you will get an intake even though you're receiving 12 satellites. And that's why FDE is so good, is because it's like, just get rid of the bad one. We got plenty of others.
So you said FD will take care of it quietly, right? And FD will actually show intake,
Yeah.
just like RAIN would.
FD will just boom.
Even if you have 10 satellites and you have FD, it'll just
Correct.
say intake.
Because it just fault detection, but you can't do anything
fix it.
about it. Yeah, it just says, hey, you got a problem, sorry. Your host.
Does every brand pretty much have FDE?
Most, yes. All IFR certified are going to have FDE. Correct. So anything that we're dealing with in instruments is going to be FDE capable. Yes. Okay, rain. Rain prediction can be done on the GPS receiver. You can call a flight service station, or you can go online to rainprediction.net. Anybody ever been to rainprediction.net? I'll take that silence as a no. Okay, rainprediction.net is actually run by the government. Go. There it is. Okay. This is the best tool that you can do, and it illustrates really well what's going on. Pops up, it'll give you a cool little warning. Let's see if it pops up here. There it goes. You're accessing U.S. government information. Don't misuse this, or we're going to throw you in jail and take all your kids. All right. So the grid display tool, this one's really nice because you can see exactly what you're trying to find. Now we talked about the 12-hour orbit, okay? 12-hour orbit, why is that information useful to me as a pilot? Okay, all of this information we can break down, and it actually could help you make accurate decisions as a pilot. Why do I care about a 12-hour orbit? Well, that means that pretty much with 6 orbits, every 15 minutes, there's a new satellite popping up over the horizon. So if for some reason you had lost your rain capability, you only got to wait 15 minutes and something else is going to pop up. So here's our grid. Right now this is showing a summary, and it says predicted outages. Okay, so the red is predicted. So let's say we're coming down here into New Mexico. We need to know when that rain outage is going to occur so that we don't try shooting an approach during the rain outage. Come down here to playback. And playback mode now turns it yellow. There are future outages. Down here I've got a scroll bar. It now shows me what time it currently is, 17:25. Sure enough, it's 17:25 Zulu right now. So, we can stop or start playing it now. I'm actually going to scroll to find it and then we'll watch it. Oh, there we go.